right. Lay down the truth with people's choice. We got a personal interview with one of the gang members, goddamn it. Yeah, Soldier by Blood. We got Tweezie the Don right here. AKA Antoine Larry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's an honor to finally get you an interview on the channel. I mean, you were one of the first people that we came in and seen, like, was like, oh, okay, like you orchestrating the team and building with the community and stuff, and immediately knew that you were a solid individual, you know. So it's always an honor to continue doing business with you, interacting with you. So yeah, thank you for we spent a lot of time today talking, so now we just turning the camera on and shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I wanted to give you your roses, of course.
I appreciate it.
I know you've been in the music industry a long time. And I know you've done a lot of interviews and talked about that a whole lot. Yeah. And, you know, everybody's on, like, you know, the riffraff and all that. And, you know, we can get into a little bit of that, but more on so I'm going to talk about, like, the Tweezie we see today, the Tweezie I know today. You know what I'm saying? And the sacrifices that you had to make to get where you're at.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And the relationships that you had to build or diminish to get where you're at. You know? You know, cut cords with or whatever. Because you're a man of many hats. You do a lot of things, you know. And but everybody pretty much knows you, Soldier by Blood. And now you got Louis Wood Productions. Yeah. And it's all under one roof here. At 7116 South Broadway. Yeah. And so tell us, like, what you're doing all right now here under the studio.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you and Tony for inviting me on here. It's definitely a pleasure. What I'm doing over here is a concoction of pretty much bringing a team of resources to St. Louis that is that most people can grab and be a part of if they want to. You know, and that's obviously I use the podcast as a tool. Also throwing events, you know, and also, well, throwing events and just building, to be honest with you. We got some things going on upstairs that I'm working with Outer Limits. That's it'll be a smoke lounge / Airbnb.
Yeah, dope.
So that's pretty much what's going on over here, but it's more about like the relationships that I'm building outside of St. Louis, along with the people that I have built relationships with here. And it's really about being around people who want to see you do better.
Yeah.
And has a conscious mind, like, you know, regardless of which, well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say regardless of what you're doing. But if you're not trying to give back to where you came from or take care of your family or them type of things, I'm not really trying to deal with them type of people.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, you already made it and I'm just paying for a service or something. But building with you, I'd rather we all start from the same, you know, I'd rather help a person build themselves up than come be a part of somebody else's stuff and you really don't respect it. Now, if you respect it, that's different.
Right.
You know, so it's like specific building with Marina Phoenix. That's like the first artist I built a relationship with and actually took under the Soldier by Blood brand.
Yeah.
And that was definitely taught me a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. Then my relationship with Justin Kick It is really what spearheaded me into more promotion for artists. I already did blogs and I already was going to shows and taking pictures and doing all that. The podcast really opened my eyes up to being able to talk to the artists. You know what I'm saying? Have people come in, watch them, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You really get to know an artist instead of just seeing them on the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once that happened, the next big relationship I built was with a PR, because her name MJ. Shout out to MJ's Hip Hop Connects. She reached out to me and asked me if I would do interviews for her artists, or do I do interviews? I'm like, yeah. So she was sending me like all interviews, and I wasn't charging her because all the people she was sending me was like from out of town. They was, you know, dope, and some of them was like, what's her name? That's messed up. I can't. Yo-Yo. So that was like my first national artist that I interviewed, Yo-Yo, and I'm like, I was so amped. You know what I'm saying? That was because of MJ. So shout out to MJ, and she hooked me up with a lot of East Coast artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
You
met her through the studio?
No, she just came like the Most High. She just came out the blue and asked me for some interviews, and I was like, yeah.
Nice.
It was just straight. It was just that simple.
What's for you is what's for you.
Yeah. It was that simple, and we've been once that happened, and I asked her to be my PR for my business. And this how I know she'd be real. She asked me like, well, what you want me to, like, what are you doing this for? And I'm like, I said, to create generational wealth and to spread more knowledge, like to spread the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And we've been rocking ever since.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she definitely a reason why a lot of things around me that's happening from out of town, she's part of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's what's up.
That's as an artist myself, I know what an artist like me need, who don't have all the resources. All these people talking a whole lot of stuff about things that you talking about it because you know about it. Like you just know the knowledge about it.
Right.
That's not gonna get you rich. Getting you rich is building your value. That's how it's gonna come. Right. Being the best person you are.
Yeah.
Not
Agreed.
The other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I build the relationships. That's and as far as some of the relationships that I diminished and had to come to an end, you know what I'm saying? That's a hard one was My City, My Music. Kick It, but it was something that had to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All great things come to an end at some point.
Yeah, and that was a case of people outgrowing each other.
Yeah.
That's all that was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
You
can't even hate that. Like, you know, you just so gotta respect it, you know? Yeah.
So.
And I mean, shout out to what y'all both did, build, you know, together and individually, you know what I'm saying? Because you totally, you know, you went on to do, you know, your own thing, and that's respectable, and, you know, both you guys respect each other and just, you know, outgrew each other. So that's kind of life right there. Go ahead. Yeah.
Right. I'm just making it go.
Yeah.
The side shit, motherfucker.
Yeah. Period. Yeah, ain't nobody censoring this. I mean, this is I can like turn this though.
No, I'm good.
No, I'm gonna turn my Facebook to be honest, so they won't like flag me and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But okay, so you've dealt with so many. You know, you used to say things whenever I first met you, like, you know, just basically shit like you don't know until you know, like until you've done it and you kind of like had your feet in a minute.
Yeah.
You don't know how like people in situations move, you know? And I've had the pleasure of being around a nice group of people that's real solid individuals, and I've been able to see them have like their instances of discrepancies with other people, and like how they move, you know, and how they handle their business and stuff like that. Most people learn this through time.
Oh, damn.
You know, so coming like into this business industry, whatever you want to call it, because it's kind of a level. It's a level of promotion. You know what I mean? It's a level what we're doing. You know, it's a level what you're doing. It's a level what everybody, you know, that we're fucking with is doing.
Yeah.
But what are some like things you could tell them as far as like building relationships with people, how to know when it's run its course, and you know what I mean, like kind of how to handle it in the benefit of both parties. Yeah, because that's like one of the things everybody struggle with, you know what I mean? And you were basically just talking about foundations built with principles, and I see you're a man of principle and you move with them, you know what I'm saying? So what are like, what's the principles that you moving behind whenever you're doing this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The number one to where, you know, we all human, we gonna get angry, all that, I know that, but if you lay this out first when you're dealing in this business, everybody's gonna be who they are, period.
Yeah.
Period. First, you know that. Once you know that, you set your boundaries. Who do you want to associate with?
Right.
Like when I came into the game, I already knew I wasn't fucking with nobody who was doing no ganking, none of that shit, none of that lame shit. I'm not fucking with you, and if you're gonna know that I'm not fucking with you, especially if you fuck some of my people. Yeah, you gonna know it.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's a boundary, and that's a boundary that if you know me, you know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just like if I know, but if I fuck with this person, I know this gonna happen. So you have to set your boundaries. You have to understand that everybody gonna be who they are, and that's fine. That's all cool. But if you don't know so basically, also you gotta know exactly what you're going for too. That's really the number one thing.
Alignment. Yeah.
That's how you really gonna know.
Of purpose, yeah.
Yeah. I sat down and came up with my purpose like right before I came up with Soldiers by Blood. And it's like I feel good helping people, but at the same time, I do have that, I can be honest with myself. I want the same thing back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for you to give it back.
Right, but at least acknowledge me, like, you know what I'm saying? Give me my roses, you know? Yeah, especially with the people, that you really fuck with.
Because we supposed to be, if we doing all this stuff together, like we doing, it should be, I'm
represented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do want that back. I understand life though. That's life. Life is life. But if we all lifing together, we feel that. We understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's knowing what you want, knowing exactly where you going, knowing the goal, and then just knowing people are people. And like my thing is being very transparent also.
Yeah.
Because if you know motherfuckers, and still even with that, being transparent don't always work either.
Yeah.
But long as you try to be as transparent as you can, like honestly, you done did your job. And it's always, I don't think nothing that we, like any type of discussion that we can have can't be discussed if it's business. Now, if it don't go that way and it's emotions and all that, then we don't need to do business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one thing. I know, like, your business, where we at, I'm my business. I'm representing my business with everything I'm doing.
Right.
And at the ground level, you can get away with setting your standards.
Yeah.
When you get up there, then you got people representing, and it's a whole different situation now.
Yeah.
But now we got to understand it's like people become, well, it's personal. Yes, it's personal. And I know you got to have feelings, but if you a business, you got to handle it business-wise.
What's best for business?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you're going to have, but more people be killing me trying to tell me that, boo, they don't do nothing to me because you saying, oh, you in your feelings. Yeah, I am.
Right. Yeah.
You supposed to have feelings. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm a real person here.
Yeah. Now, if I was up in the office and you talking to my customer and you saying that shit, then I won't even be giving a fuck.
Right.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, understanding reality. Not be pessimistic, understanding that you got to do way more than what the fuck you doing right now on a consistent basis. Super consistent to where you're going to get burnt out. Because if you don't get burnt out, you ain't working.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. if you're always progressing, there's no way that you're not. You're absolutely right.
Man.
You're absolutely right.
So.
Constantly working, you know what I mean?
You have to.
Yeah. And you definitely be doing that, man. So, I've been seeing you move different as far as like how you do your shows, the people you pick for your shows, and stuff like that. Just a totally different elevated type of mindset. Where you coming from? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is fundamental and why we doing what we doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, let's talk about that. Let's talk about why you doing what you doing and how you're moving right now, as far as all your shows and who you're promoting and how you're doing different things.
Yeah.
Because it's different now, right?
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole elevated standpoint since I met you,
All day.
Yeah. Yeah. What made you be like, this is how we got to go about it now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and it's exclusive to my peoples and whoever watched it, because it's real shit. I'm in this game to learn.
Ain't we all?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, if you in this game throwing events, I can be honest with you. A lot of my shows have been in the red. I don't make money off of them.
Yeah. Who the fuck is making money off shows? Let me know.
And I go all out because I do it out of love. Number one. That's number one.
I feel that.
Love, number one. Now, if I'm showing it, that's why I say I would expect the love back. I do it out of love. We grow. You're gonna have to help out sometime, because this is what we're doing. This is real life. I'm showing you what I can do, and what I will do, and what I'm gonna continue to do.
Right.
Just probably not for you if you if you're on some bullshit.
You're not reciprocating.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we in that business to support each other.
We in this business to support each other. All
but you realize
of us.
Who's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really a loss when you quit fucking with them. Yeah.
It's never a loss for each other. It's never a loss, because you already had your lane.
Very nice.
You part of it, goddamn.
I know.
You like, I'm on this bitch.
And them, yep.
We're gonna be doing things in different clubs. So
Okay.